the box office for James Gunn's Superman has been downgraded. Sorry to have to tell you this, Alan, but Superman has been original estimates were between like 140 and 175 million.
69.
And now they've downgraded the estimates for opening weekend down to 90 million to 120. That is significant.
Wow.
They've overestimated it. Now, I believe nobody knows anything in entertainment. Nobody predicted Minecraft would do so well. I think Superman could benefit from walk-up business.
Yeah.
That is, families that like Super Mario did that. These are not regular moviegoers. These are families that go to the movies, a couple times a year as a family thing to do, an event. I think Superman will be that movie, a family. And I think Fantastic Four is going after that audience. They see that these movies, they become surprise hits because people don't pre-book their tickets. It's walk-up business. So I'm telling you, no one knows anything. And the fact that they've changed the estimates, I feel like they'd rather have it overperform and overperform the estimates like Minecraft or a Super Mario or other movies that have surprised the prognosticators than overestimate and it underperforms, because then people assume, oh, it only made 120 million opening weekend. It failed because you said it would make this. Well, here we go. Just looking at box office. This is from the Data is Beautiful channel. I'm not going to play the music because it's unnecessary. But this is the box office for Marvel and DC movies from 1978 through 2019 in a graph. I mean, this video is like 6 minutes. I can just play it while we discuss. But you can see like all the different movies, when they were released, how much money they made, the winners and losers. We're starting with, December 1989 and then going up to the present. But as we watch this data unfold before us on screen, what do you think about this? I mean, will we be saying we're seeing so much press for Superman and James Gunn really take the spotlight? If this movie fails or succeeds, there will be one person to either blame or herald as a hero, and that will be James Gunn. So he's really putting himself out there. And, we've gone over the stories where, he's kind of taken some shots at Marvel. I know he walked some of that back. But Alan, what is your take, or what are your thoughts on Superman opening weekend and them downgrading the estimates? And maybe we can find that article about that.
Yeah, the Superman can definitely benefit from what's the word I'm looking for? From underwhelming buzz. The thing is, I think, if we I'm trying to find that word and I can't think of it, but it'll benefit by downgrading everything, by underperforming. But at the same time, $90 million for Superman opening weekend is not good.
I do think under 100 million, that would be considered a failure. Yeah. And look at this. We're in December. We're in 1998 now, and DC dominates at the box office. You've got Superman 78, all these movies, all the Batman Forever, Batman Returns, Batman and Robin, Superman 2. Here comes Marvel in with Blade in 99, or 98. But I do think that it would be considered a failure, or at least a disappointment, if it made under 100. They will do everything possible to get it into the north of that 100 figure.
The most recent example of this is Elemental, where when it premiered, opening weekend was very lackluster, but it had legs and it inched its way to what some would consider break even.
Now here we are. Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
2002 jumps to the top. We have Blade and Blade 2, Daredevil coming in, X-Men. Now Marvel from the early 2000s begins to dominate.
Now that's the Eric Bana Hulk right there.
Yeah, there you go. Didn't do too well.
Yeah, but Elemental was able to eke out its way to profitability, but Superman is not Elemental. It's either going to hit big and then move on and get big box office, or it's going to hit soft and dud and then spiral out, which is not good because again we're saying that Fantastic Four isn't exactly Superman at the moment.
Well, we went over all the Fantastic Four tie-ins, right?
Oh, that's true.
If Fantastic Four makes under 100 opening weekend, which I kind of think it will, is it going to have legs? It really doesn't have much. Naked Gun the following week, but there's not much in competition. August is a dead month. Is there strategy to open late July and ride out August?
I know. June is a dead month. August is a dead month. July is Fantastic Four and Superman. I mean, that's the box office. That's movie theaters this summer and what we have to look forward to. It's sad. It is very sad.
Well, as we get into the 2010s, you can see now that it's really Marvel is overtaking Iron Man and Iron Man 2. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is getting filled out, but Spider-Man right up there. Batman, Spider-Man, Superman are among the top movies, the top 5. It's those brands. It's the brand recognition. That's why this whole thing with Gunn and Batman, and then you get an Avengers movie, and that just catapults to the top in 2012.
Yeah, now the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is in the mix.
Yeah, I do kind of find it kind of relaxing to watch this play out. I've watched these data channels. I don't know. It's kind of because the numbers, as we know from The Life of Chuck, numbers, they don't lie. That's it. Yeah. You're looking at the box office and where these movies land.
Yeah. I mean, look how well Iron Man 3 is doing, especially compared to the first 2 Iron Man movies.
I mean, and Iron Man 3 at the time was like, it was all right. Yeah. Mixed reviews. Now we look back and that's top tier Marvel in comparison to like phase 4 and 5 and what we've seen.
Civil War. There we go.
Yeah, no, it's, we'll put the link in the description, but I do think that both the DC cinematic universe, that all their hopes are on Superman, and Marvel, if Fantastic Four underperforms,
oh my gosh,
I think superhero movies as a genre are in trouble.
Okay, look how red the chart is getting versus blue.
Well, now Marvel is dominating.
Up to
look at 2019. Endgame. There you go. And it ends there with Endgame. There you go.